On the morning of the 14th of September 2007, a 14-year-old boy from Doncaster in the UK woke up, ate breakfast with his family, and left for school. He never arrived. But here's the thing that makes this case so unsettling. He didn't just disappear. He planned to.
And no one, not his family, not the police, not the hundreds of people who've spent years trying to solve this, has ever been able to explain why.
Andrew Gosden wasn't the kind of kid you'd expect to go missing. He had a 100% school attendance record. Never missed a single day. Not for illness, not for anything.
He was gifted, genuinely gifted. He'd just come back from a summer program for the top 5% of students in the country. The kind of kid who was being pointed toward Cambridge to study mathematics.
His family were close-knit, loving, stable. The night before he disappeared, his dad Kevin said the evening was, and I'm quoting here, entirely unremarkable. They did a jigsaw together, watched comedy shows on TV, washed the dishes as a family.
No argument, no tension, no warning signs, just a normal Thursday evening.
And then Friday came.
Andrew woke up a little later than usual that morning. His parents noticed he seemed irritable, which was unusual for him, but they didn't think much of it. Kids have bad mornings.
He got dressed in his school uniform and left the house at 8:05 a.m., calling out, "See you later," as he went. A family friend spotted him walking across the local park toward his usual bus stop.
Except he didn't go to the bus stop.
Instead, he walked in the opposite direction and hid in the park, waited, until his parents and his sister had all left the house.
Then he went back home, changed out of his school uniform, and left again. This time wearing a black slip-knot t-shirt, black jeans, and carrying a canvas satchel covered in patches from metal bands.
He walked to a cash machine and withdrew £200. His account had £214 in it. The machine only dispensed in £20 notes, so that was everything he could take. Back at home, sitting on his desk, £100 in birthday money. Left behind.
Then he walked to Doncaster railway station, went to the ticket counter, and asked for a single ticket to London King's Cross.
The clerk told him that for less than £1 extra, he could get a return.
Andrew said no.
A one-way ticket to London, bought deliberately by a 14-year-old boy who had, by all accounts, nothing wrong in his life.
Andrew boarded the 9:35 a.m. train. He arrived at King's Cross at 11:20 a.m. At 11:25 a.m., he was captured on CCTV walking through the station concourse.
That is the last confirmed image of Andrew Gosden that has ever been found.
In one of the most surveilled cities on the planet, thousands of cameras, millions of people.
Gone.
Now here's where the investigation takes a turn that's hard to stomach.
The police didn't review that King's Cross CCTV footage until a month after Andrew disappeared.
A month in a missing child case. 30 days where footage could have been tracked, leads could have been followed, and the trail was still warm.
By the time they looked, it was cold.
So why did Andrew go to London? That's the question that's haunted this case for nearly 2 decades now. And there are a few theories that keep coming up.
The most discussed one, the concert theory. Andrew was a serious metal fan. That Friday evening, 30 Seconds to Mars were playing in London. 3 days later, the band Him were doing an in-store signing at HMV on Oxford Street. And that same week, a band called Sixth were playing what was expected to be their final ever show at the Carling Academy in Islington.
A retired senior officer from the Metropolitan Police's Central Images Unit has gone on record saying the psychout theory is plausible. There's even a photograph from the 30 Seconds to Mars concert that night, taken of the crowd, where someone in the audience looks strikingly like Andrew.
It's not high enough quality to confirm, but it's enough to make you look twice.
Then there's the darker theory. In December 2021, 14 years after Andrew vanished, 2 men were arrested on suspicion of kidnap and human trafficking in connection with the case.
Both were later eliminated from the inquiry.
But the fact that police felt that line of investigation was worth pursuing, that alone says something.
And then there are the strange details that don't fit any theory neatly. In November 2008, a man walked into a police station in Leominster, a small town in Herefordshire, nowhere near London or Doncaster, and told the officer on the intercom that he had information about Andrew Gosden.
By the time someone came to take his details, he was gone.
Months later, after the BBC covered the case on national television, an anonymous letter arrived at the BBC. The writer claimed to be that same man. Said Andrew had been spotted alive in Shrewsbury.
It was never verified. The letter writer was never identified.
Around the 10th anniversary of the disappearance, another tip came in. Someone claimed they'd been in an online conversation with a person going by the name Andy Rue. They believed it was him.
It led nowhere.
Andrew Gosden would be 32 years old today.
His parents, Kevin and Glenys, have never stopped looking. In the years since he disappeared, they've continued to top up his bank account, just in case he's still out there, and one day needs it.
Let that sit with you for a second.
The case remains officially open. No confirmed sightings, no body, no answers.
A brilliant, loved, happy kid who planned his disappearance down to the last detail, bought a one-way ticket, and walked out of a CCTV frame into nothing.
Was he running towards something? Running away from something no one knew about? Or did someone take him?
We still don't know.
And that might be the most unsettling part of all.
If you have any information about Andrew Gosden, the case is still active with South Yorkshire Police. His family is still waiting.
If this case got under your skin the way it got under ours, subscribe and leave your theories in the comments. We read every single one.